welcome. Welcome to Hands Provision. My name is Mary, and today we are going to start saving with the beautiful challenge Build a Farm by GB at Income Babes. I have been doing Build a Bank for years, and so I'm kind of sad because that finished up last week, which was wonderful. It put a lot of cash into all my top sinking goals, but it is kind of sad that it is done. So I'm feeling today a little sad, a little excited about starting to build a farm, and to be honest, a little bit nervous because I have not played this before. And I have to tell you, friend, I reserve the right to change it up if it doesn't work with my goals the way I'm currently planning on saving with it. And I'll go over that in a minute, because first we have to begin, as always, with our non-negotiables. And those are the daily savings, the daily calm, which no matter what else I get done, help I get done so that I know my top 3 goals, actually 4, are getting funded each day, and also keeping me very focused on what my goals are for 2026. I start, the Daily Calm is free on my coffee, and I start that with the Daily Addition Challenge, which is also free on my coffee. For myself, my 3 goals for 2026 are retirement, month ahead, and debt payoff. You need to choose yours. There's a blank one there if yours are entirely different. There's some envelopes there that are labeled with some of the top funds that people save for, as well as a blank one. So those will get you started. And then what we do, I roll a left, right, center to choose between the 3. You can also do a D6, a D3, a color dot die. Just devise a way to choose between the top 3 each day, which one gets the money. And it's left today, so that's retirement, which is green. And how much is retirement getting? I roll a D4 to find out, and it is only $1 today. So $1 going into, so I have the money back here in the Daily Addition bank envelope, and we will be putting $1 into the retirement envelope. The second challenge I use to save in these top 3 goals every day is the Roll for Your Savings Goals by Anna Banana Budgets. I love this because each month then it identifies one of those top 3 goals that we will save for just that entire month. And then it also means at the end of the month, the money that's in here will be pulled and put into our larger savings challenge for that fund, which is my month ahead snowball challenge. For this particular one, I like to point out that debt payoff was in May, and so debt payoff doesn't come up again until August. So you can see it's 1, 2, 3 whole months or 90 days before each envelope gets pulled. So it does have a good time to accrue the money. So in this one, Anna has us roll a color dot die and then use this legend down here, and it tells us that the purple is a D4. So then we roll the D4 to find out how much. We're going to save 3 today. So for this one, it's done a little bit differently. I do have the bank envelope back here, and then I go ahead and allot the entire 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 dollars for the day, because that is the top that you could get with a D6. And I take the amount that was rolled, which was 3. I'll put it in the month ahead, and the remaining money, which is also 3 in this case, goes into the daily randomizer, and that is randomized, saved week daily, and then randomized once a week on Saturdays over these 3 envelopes. Then the final one that I do on a daily basis is for emergency. Emergency is here because should something unexpected come up, then I do need the money to draw for that. So I don't have to take any would be nice, or not as much from those top 3 goals that I'm saving for. And now that we do like to think of the money that we were allowed to save in advance of an unexpected event or emergency as abundance. So not emergency, but abundance. We're making that distinction. I'm trying to retrain my mind that way. So this is Save 2027 and 2027. I'm starting ahead so that maybe I can get this done because I've never completed one of these before. This is by Erica at Superior Budgets. I love this. We are only doing the 1 through 6s. We're keeping it nice and low and not spicy for the daily calm. So we are getting the purple today. Let me grab it. We have purple, and we're going to see how much. A purple 3 for today, and there is one right here in the corner. So $3 more going into emergency. And now it becomes abundance once it's saved. And there I go again, not getting my things funded. Let me grab it from this. I'll have to balance them out later. All right, $3 going into emergency. This whole month I have not. I can't put it all in here, then they get too fat. So I have to remember to draw it from their envelopes where it's stored, and I've been forgetting to do so, it feels like the entire week. Okay, and that is our daily calm completed. And if you do nothing else, friend, you have got your top 4 goals for 2026 completed, and you can feel good about that. But guess what? We still get to do a whole lot of fun, I am going to start though, before we start, build a farm, because I've really got to think about it and concentrate since it's new. I want to go ahead and complete my 90 days. Now, I was thinking about this week, and I realized I've always done Build a Bank, which I'm now doing Build a Farm, and then the 90 days locked in. And GB's Build a Bank 90 days locked in could get really spicy, and I'm doing this very much on the down low here. We're just doing even odds. So if it's an even number, we save 2. If it's an odd number, we save 1. And that's not a lot. So I needed another, I realized I needed more money going into my month ahead because I have a goal for my month ahead, and it did depend on this 90-day money getting funneled into that. So here's what I did. So this is 90 days, right? And it is 2 and 1. So you know what? I'm going to complete it, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to incorporate to bump it up to that more of a spicy level. Not quite as spicy as GB would get us with those 90 days, but still give me a little bit more going into my month ahead fund. So first though, we're going to complete this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I didn't get last week done because I was so excited about completing my Build a Bank, that I do need to complete this. So that is even. So 2, an odd $3 total, an odd 4, and even now gets us to 6, and odd makes 7, and odd makes 8, and odd makes 9, and even makes 11, and odd makes 12. So I need to bring in $12. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I'm adding 12 into this. I'm going to let it stay out to dry just a little bit. And we're going to go on to our next 15-day card because we need to catch up to the 20th. So another 5 days. So even. Wow, lots of evens and one odd. So what is that? $9. $9 more needing to go into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So $9 going into the next to get us to our 30 days. Right now we're at day 20. Okay, that's nice and dry. And that is beautifully low, and it will get me an extra push into my month ahead in 90 days. But I need a little bit more than that. So I use this little card here to let me know which fund I am funding with the 90 days. So far it's month ahead that's always needed it. So I created something though to give me a little extra push. Have you ever just seen something and you're just like, I have to use that somehow or other, I have to use this. And I saw this beautiful ripples of chocolates, and I'll show you the other ones on Canva. I said, I have to incorporate that somehow into my savings. It's too gorgeous. So these are a few of my favorite things: coffee, chocolate, and books. And I sneaked in another one, my puppy. So animals, really, just animals. So I decided to save $5 extra because that is a very low and slow 90 days. But this is neither A6, by the way, or A5. So I did this a little different. These are A6 dashboard sizes, and each one, there's going to be 10, has 5 dots. So $5 a week is all that's going to need to go into here. And these are, I'm going to show them to you. Coffee is always a good idea. I am a redhead. Well, I got a lot of gray in there now, of course, but I was a redhead. And then there is coffee break. Look at that luscious chocolate, just sitting there taking a break, drinking her coffee and dreaming of chocolate, right? And coffee loading. I love this. You're gonna get some chocolate and some coffee in there to get you started on your day. And espresso yourself. And she's got a cup of joy, and she's writing in her book journaling. Again, gorgeous. And look at this splash of chocolate. And I sneaked in the puppy and coffee and kindness. Loved that one. And then this ripple of chocolate again, and then coffee besties. Had to get my another dog in there. And this one, coffee fuels dreams, books feed the soul. Loved it. Had to have that one. And coffee is my happy place. Just such rich chocolatey looks. And this is coffee besties. Nothing so not good as just to meet up with a friend and have a cup of coffee. And then lastly, coffee weather, because this is going to be, there's 10 cards. So that means 10 weeks, right? In 10 weeks, it's going to be what, about 2.5 months? We're going to be getting into the fall by that point. So when we get to this last one, where I'm definitely dreaming of my coffee weather by that time. So that is how I am going to add $5 each week. And this one, since it's more like, what did I say? 10 weeks. So 70 days, so a little shy of 90 days, which will be great. So this will come in a little bit sooner than the other 90-day one. So I love having them staggered, bringing challenges in to add to your main one in a staggered method. So I'm going to just put this $5 back here. I have lovely little black doggy hairs. I'm not used to that. I'm still babysitting my son's dog, and he has black hair versus my blonde doggy, my sweet girl. Okay, so that is my coffee, chocolate, and books. And I hope to have that up on my coffee shop for you if you want to snag that. Like I said, I just saw the chocolate and I just had to incorporate it somehow. Okay, so let's get to build a farm. All right, so I am going to start out doing it pretty much like GB is doing. And I have my cards all set up here. And I am using envelopes. These Plant and Grow, these are from her membership, but inside are the cards that you can buy on Etsy. So she has crops, and I'll just read those. Crops, animals, ingredients, jobs, customers, residents, and free money. And on the back of all my envelopes, because every challenge that I use does have to fit in, right, with my overall goals. So once again, I'm going to go back and start from the beginning. Number 1 is crops, and it's going to be for my emergency or abundance fund. Number 2 is the animals, and it'll be for my medical fund. Ingredients is number 3, and it will go for my vehicle maintenance or to buy a new one eventually, hope someday. I put 2 in here for month ahead, so it'll get a little extra because you know how I feel about month ahead. And that is jobs and customers. Same for debt payoff. It needs a little extra. So I'm doing town and residents. Town doesn't have cards, but we just roll for that, I think is what we do. And then all the bills, which there are a whole lot more bills than any of the other cards. I'm not quite sure why. GB, could you answer why there's more bills? Maybe we'll figure that out. And then I love having a randomizer just like I did from Build a Bank, I'm sorry. So the bank deposits and the free money will all go in here. And I do not know about buffer. I had that just in case. And there's my bank funds, because I'm going to try and do just like I did. I don't know if this will work, but just like I did with Build a Bank, I bring my $20 in 5s, and I don't like so I can reduce it using 1s, and then I swap that out for $20.50 in the Build a Bank money. We're going to see how that goes, okay? This is, like I said, my first time going through this. We're going to do it together, and I do reserve the right to change how I want to do this. So what we're going to do is the first card is for the crops. So Farmer Mary, she's a busy lady. So she loves being a farmer, and that's her main love. She is going to grow crops and take care of her animals and harvest her things into ingredients. But unfortunately, that isn't enough to pay the bills. So she does have to take a side job, and that involves customers. And then we have residents, because she does also like to enjoy people, all the people around her and who are also farmers. And so those are those cards. They're going to be in here. And finally, and unfortunately, there are bills. There are bills to pay. And that's why she has to do the 2 jobs, farming and a side job. And then there's going to be some free money, which is basically payday. And that one will be done on the board. So let's try this, my friends. So I'm going to grab that thinner. All right, so we're just going to grab a crop card, and we are dealing with watermelon. We are growing some watermelon. That's perfect for this summer heat. And we're just going to do a D3 to see how many 50s. No, we'll do 6. I'm going to try that, a D6. Let's see if it gets us through, if I'm going to have to go back, okay? So 4, it gets 4 50 cents. So that means it gets $2. $2 going into the watermelon. And so just like with what I did before, like I said, so we'll put that $2 in here. When it gets to a $5 amount, then we put the real $5 in there. Just like Build a Bank, if you saw me do that, because I don't want to deal with 1s. And now our watermelon has been grown. And we'll set that back, and we will go on to, so we had fun doing our farming, and now we get to take care of our animals. One of our favorite things to do in life. And what animal are we going to feed today? Our cute little cow. Our cute little cow also gets it gets $2 today. Sweet little cow. And if you will notice, this has 18 icons. So if I do one a week, that is only going to be, let's see, how many months will that get us? Like 4 months. So right, 4.5 months. So that's right at the end of the year. We might do a couple at the end, towards the end, so we can make sure we finish up. So this is perfect. This should then take us to the end of the year, and we can put the money into the appropriate funds. That'll work out well. And so we have fed our animals today. We're feeling pretty happy about that. So let's get our ingredients from that. We're going to harvest. We are going to harvest and make bread. We are definitely going to make some lovely bread. Maybe, unfortunately, it probably isn't gluten-free like I have to be. Oh, the bread is getting $3 today. It gets 6.50. Lovely. So $3, which actually means what? It means no, it doesn't. I was thinking it gets a 5. What am I thinking? I was just thinking how many of these cards there are. I'm going to have to probably print more. So $3 going into ingredients, and we have bread to feed our families. And let's see, we have a job to do. What job are we going to do today? We are going to, and this one gets 2, by the way. This gets jobs, and of course you need customers for any job that you do. And we are going to help the doctor today. Love it, love it. And how much is that going to earn us? It is going to give us $1.50. A little bit cheap on us there, doctor. So let's see, where is the lovely little doctor? There we go. So we got $1.50 earned today on our job. And how many customers or patients were we able to serve? Let's check and see. Grabbing that. There's our job. And we are helping, looks like another little farmer guy, little Farmer Joe there. Love that. It is so appropriate that we're doing this right now because the past 2 days, the farmer next to me has been doing his hay, just hauling off his hay for 2 days. He's been working so hard. So this, let's see, where's my little farm? There he is. How much is, okay, 4 is $2 going to, that he spent at our clinic, or whatever it was that where we saw him. I'm thinking if we're working for the doctor, it was a clinic. So $2 for you, sir. And now, so 2 and $3.50, and it makes $3.50. Not quite enough for a $5 bill. All right, and then that was a custom. That now residents. Okay. So this is the town and the residents. Now for the town, we just we're going to start on the first row. And let's see, we are going to go to the fire station today. And GB has given us the most gorgeous maps of our town. I'm not quite sure where the fire station is. There it is. So we're going to the fire station today. And how much is that going to cost us? $3. So $1.50 to go to our fire station. See, this does not have to break the bank to play. With that little, that actually needs that behind it like that. So we know what we're, And then residents. Who do we meet today? Residents. We are going to pick a card, and we are meeting Leo Petals at the flower shop. We are. Oh, he only gave a 50-cent tip apparently. Sorry, Leo. And where are you at the flower shop? I'm looking for you. I don't see little. There he is. You only get 50 cents. Sorry, guy. Maybe we can tip you more the next time. I might have a little more funds. Okay, so that is $2 then in total. And we will put you back. And finally, then this is the bills. Now, because the bills is for retirement, and there's so many, I'm thinking I'm probably going to do 2 per card because there's a lot of bills. So I'm going to grab one. We are going to have some medical expenses today and some building maintenance that we need to take care of. So, wow, that is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for the one of them for the medical expenses. I bet, right, friend? That always costs so much. And 3, 1, 2, and 3 for our building maintenance. So that means this one gets $3 for our medical expenses. And like I said, I think I'm going to put those back, and we'll do these rounds twice. Like we'll put 2 numbers on each one. So that is $3. And then this one got $1.50. That was just shy. It's $4.50. I could have put so close to getting $5 in that one, but not quite. Close, but not quite. Let's move this back here so we can see what we're saving for, even when we put these back in. Okay, and that is how we do a day in the life of a farmer, except we now need to do our board game part of that, and that is where the free money comes in, and all that goes into here to the randomizer and will be randomized at the end of the play over all these categories. We only have $1.50 left, so what that means is wherever I land, if it's more than $1.50, it just gets that. We don't do IOUs here, friend. So we're going to start with at the barn. That's our start. And we go 1, which is a mystery crop. So we get to do a crop. And the crop is corn. And we're going to roll to see how much we're paying for our corn today. 1. Oh, there's actually $2 here. So we get the 1 with our crops. And actually what we're going to do is say, so we actually have $2 going in to the bank deposit for it to be randomized today. And that was our corn. Put that back in crops. I'm not. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 free money. So we grab a free money card, and it says that we're supposed to win $4. And all we have is $1.50. And this is where I have to decide, do I use my buffer? I kind of like pushing myself. And I think I'm going to do that. Since I think we're going to make the difference up. So we have $1.50. And we are going to add, what do we have to add for $1.50? We have to add $2.50, which I don't do, can't do coins. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it 3. So that's we're going to get a 3. There we go. So we are going to give it an extra $3. And we put $3 in the bank, unless this came up to 5, which it actually does, doesn't it? because, yep, that actually comes up to 5. So we'll put the $3 back in the bank and grab a 5 to put into the randomizer, into the bank deposit. And what does that mean? That means I need to write an extra $3. I'm going to put one in. So it got a total of $5 today. Actually, it should have had $5.50. Right, because I did the 3 to make the 4. No, I had a $1.50. Well, you can tell me. I know. I think it should grab. No, I always have to pull the money to make the. I have to pull the appropriate prop money to make the actual cash, or it doesn't balance. So I know that $5 comes out. So that makes 5. Okay. And that was our first day on the farm. What do you think? What do you think about Farmin' Mary? And like I said, this will be done at the end of the year, and then all that money will go into each of these categories that I have assigned them to. And I loved doing that with Build-A-Bank. It was exciting to pull that all in. So I hope that you love playing along with me with the 90 days, with my new coffee A6 dashboard size savings, and enjoyed this with me today. I hope to see you in the next video. Keep saving. Bye.